You know, people always ask me, Caesar, what's the best dog for a first-time owner? And you know what I say? There's no one-size-fits-all answer. Every dog is an individual, just like you and me. But some breeds require a little more experience, a deeper understanding of dog psychology, and a whole lot of patience. So, if you're new to the dog world, you might want to think twice before bringing home these 10 breeds. Trust me, I've been there. We're going to talk about breeds that might be a handful for a first-time owner. Remember, this isn't about bad dogs. It's about finding the right match for your lifestyle and experience level. The Saint Bernard. Oh, the Saint Bernard. This lovable giant will steal your heart with its soulful eyes and droopy jowls. But don't let that fool you, my friends. Owning a Saint Bernard is like having a furry, four-legged roommate with a serious drool problem. And trust me, you'll need a mop, a good vacuum cleaner, and maybe even a hazmat suit for all that slobber. But it's not just the drool. Saint Bernards are big, and I mean big. They need space, they need exercise, and they need an owner who can handle their strength. They're not the easiest to train either. Don't get me wrong, they're smart dogs, but they can be stubborn. They're like the teenagers of the dog world. They know what you want. They just don't always want to do it. And with a Saint Bernard, that stubbornness can be a challenge, especially for a first-time owner. But hey, if you're up for the challenge, a Saint Bernard can be a loyal and loving companion. Just be prepared to share your space, your heart, and maybe even your couch with a giant slobbering furball. Ah, the German Shepherd dog, the king of herding breeds. These dogs are incredibly intelligent, loyal, and eager to please. They excel in obedience training, agility, and even search and rescue work. But here's the catch. All that intelligence and energy needs an outlet, and it needs a strong leader. A bored German Shepherd is a destructive German Shepherd. They need mental stimulation, physical exercise, and consistent training. You need to be one step ahead, always anticipating their needs and guiding their energy in a positive direction. It's like raising a gifted child. You need to challenge their minds and keep them engaged. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying German Shepherds are bad dogs, not at all. In fact, they can be amazing companions, but they're not for everyone. They need an experienced owner who can provide the structure, training, and stimulation they crave. The Australian cattle dog, also known as the Blue Heeler or Queensland Heeler, is a bundle of energy wrapped in a compact, muscular package. These dogs were bred to work, and I mean really work. They're herding dogs, and they have the stamina and drive to herd cattle all day long. Now imagine that energy cooped up in an apartment with nothing to do. You'd have a recipe for disaster. Australian cattle dogs need a job, whether it's herding sheep, competing in agility trials, or going for long runs with their owners. Without an outlet for their energy, they can become destructive, anxious, and even aggressive. They're intelligent dogs, but they need a firm hand and consistent training. They're not the kind of dog you can leave alone in the backyard all day. They need interaction, they need stimulation, and they need a leader who can keep up with their boundless energy. Chapter 4. Dalmatian. More than just a pretty spotted coat. Dalmatians, those iconic spotted dogs, are known for their striking appearance and their association with firefighters. But there's more to these dogs than meets the eye. They're high energy, intelligent, and independent thinkers. They were originally bred as coaching dogs, running alongside carriages and guarding horses. That means they have a lot of stamina and a bit of a stubborn streak. Dalmatians need a lot of exercise, both physical and mental. They thrive on routine and structure, and they need an owner who can provide consistent training and leadership. They're not the kind of dog you can just take for a walk around the block and call it a day. They need to run, they need to play, and they need to use their brains. Chapter 5. Weimaraner, the Velcro dog with endless energy. The Weimaraner, often called the gray ghost because of its sleek, silver-gray coat, is a striking and athletic breed. These dogs are known for their intelligence, loyalty, and, you guessed it, their energy. They were bred as hunting dogs, and they have the stamina and drive to track game for hours on end. That's why they're sometimes called Velcro dogs. They stick to their owners like glue and have a hard time being alone. Weimaraners need a lot of exercise, both physical and mental. They're not the kind of dog you can leave alone in an apartment all day. They need interaction, they need stimulation, and they need an owner who can keep up with their boundless energy. If you're a homebody who prefers quiet evenings on the couch, a Weimaraner is probably not the right breed for you. Chapter 6. Rottweiler, loyal protector, powerful presence. The Rottweiler, with its muscular build and commanding presence, often gets a bad rap. But behind that imposing exterior lies a loyal, loving, and intelligent companion. Rottweilers are powerful dogs, both physically and mentally. They were originally bred to herd cattle and guard property, and they still possess those protective instincts today. They need an owner who can provide firm, consistent leadership and training. Rottweilers are not the kind of dog you can let run wild. They need structure, they need boundaries, and they need to know their place in the pack. With the right training and socialization, Rottweilers can be wonderful family pets. They're protective of their loved ones and will fiercely defend their territory. But without proper guidance, their strength and protective instincts can become a problem. Chapter 7. Alaskan Malamute, the majestic escape artist. The Alaskan Malamute, with its wolf-like appearance and piercing gaze, is a majestic and impressive breed. These dogs were bred for strength and endurance, pulling sleds across vast, frozen landscapes. They're independent thinkers, they're stubborn, and they have a knack for escaping from even the most secure yards. They're not the kind of dog you can leave alone in the backyard all day. They need interaction, they need stimulation, and they need an owner who can keep them entertained and out of trouble. Alaskan Malamutes are also heavy shedders, so be prepared to invest in a good vacuum cleaner and a lint roller or two. They're not the best choice for people with allergies or those who prefer a pristine home. Chapter 8. Chinese Shar-Pei, wrinkles, willfulness, and watchdog instincts. The Chinese Shar-Pei, with its wrinkled face and blue-black tongue, is a unique and ancient breed. They were originally bred as guard dogs and all-purpose farm dogs in China, and they still possess those protective instincts today. They're independent thinkers, they're wary of strangers, and they can be stubborn as mules. They need an owner who can provide firm, consistent leadership and training. Shar-Peis are not the kind of dog you can leave alone in an apartment all day. They need interaction, they need stimulation, and they need an owner who can provide them with a job to do. They excel in obedience training, agility, and even tracking. Chapter 9. Chow Chow, the lion-like dog with a mind of its own. The Chow Chow, with its distinctive blue-black tongue and lion-like mane, is a dignified and independent breed. They were originally bred as hunting dogs and guard dogs in China, and they still possess those protective instincts today. They're aloof with strangers, they're not known for being overly affectionate, and they can be stubborn as mules. Chow Chows need an owner who can provide firm, consistent leadership and training. They're not the kind of dog you can let get away with bad behavior. They need structure, they need boundaries, and they need to know their place in the pack. Chapter 10. Akita, bold, powerful, and not for the faint of heart. The Akita, with its fox-like appearance and powerful presence, is a dignified and courageous breed. They were originally bred as hunting dogs and guard dogs in Japan, and they still possess those protective instincts today. Akitas are known for their loyalty to their families, but they can be aloof with strangers and may not tolerate other dogs, especially those of the same sex. They need an owner who can provide firm, consistent leadership and training. They're not the kind of dog you can let get away with bad behavior. They need structure, they need boundaries, and they need to know their place in the pack. Outro, choosing wisely, finding the right dog for you. Remember, every dog, regardless of breed, is an individual. Some dogs might be easier to train or handle than others, even within the same breed. It's crucial to consider your lifestyle, experience, and ability to commit to training and caring for a dog before bringing one home. If you're a first-time owner, it's always a good idea to start with a breed known for being easier to train and manage. Do your research, talk to breeders and experienced dog owners, and choose a dog that complements your lifestyle. Remember, bringing a dog into your life is a big responsibility. It's about making a lifelong commitment to their well-being. It's about understanding their needs, respecting their boundaries, and providing them with the love, care, and guidance they need to thrive.